Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sugar Free. This is your Q4 2023 reading. Just getting myself settled in. Right. Thank you for clicking. Let's have a look what's happening for October, November and December 2023 for you, dear Sag. I'm working with two decks here. I've got the major arcana of the very beautiful ancient Italian tarot here. Been working with this deck for many years now, so I'll just give this a last shuffle while I explain the rest. On the other side here, I've got the minor arcana of the Rider-Waite split into its suits, everything shuffled. So I'm going to pull three from the major arcana to get the basis of the reading, and I'm then going to clarify each of those major arcana with one from the Pentacles, one from the Wands, one from the Swords, and one from the Cups. So that's how I read the cards. So, you know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Stick around, you'll find out. Or don't. It's up to you. Obviously. That's what I love about YouTube. You can just like click on and click off stuff. It's really nice. Anyway, right. Let's split the deck. Right, card number one. The Lovers. Card number two. Devil in reverse. Card number three. Strength. Okay, well, there's a crossroads moment. And it's not a sort of which direction should I go in. It's more of a sort of what am I crossroads. That's what's happening in the Lovers card. The young man in the middle is basically at a crossroads where the past is represented by his mother here. And in that context, he's his mother's son. The future is represented by the young lady here. And in that context, he's her husband. Okay. So he's at this crossroads moment. This card used to be called the Choice. And presiding over this, this trio of past, present, and future, or potential future, is Eros here. Desire. Pure, unmitigated, ungovernable, unfathomable desire. Okay. And that's what's going to push him. Okay. That's what's happening. Right, desire is going to inflame these two. And, you know, once that happens, there's no way he's going home with his mum. It's just not going to happen. So there's a decision to be made here, but the decision, there's a thumb on the scales of the decision, and it's desire. Okay. When desire comes into the mix, you've got you've got the devil's own time, like, stopping yourself from doing whatever it is. Okay, you really have. But yeah, okay, I might come back to that thought I was just going to share there. I might come back to it. So this is position one in this reading is things as they appear, things as you see them, the immediate sort of energetic environment for you. Card number two, position number two, is the hidden energy or the veil. Okay, either what you don't see in the situation, what you don't see in the energy, but it's nonetheless there, okay, or what is blocking you from seeing what is there. And we've got the devil in reverse here. The devil in reverse is the unshackling of the self from its own kind of, I was going to say desires. There's something really interesting going on here, the interplay here. And this really feeds into it as well, if I can use the word feeds, when we've got a picture of a rampant like lion here. Greatest predator. Here we have control over the inner predator. Okay. We've got control. We've got getting to grips with the inner rampant toddler, the wrecker. Okay. And it's not for nothing that it's a lion, because there are other animals that go around wrecking things, like elephants sometimes, and, you know, great big herds of bison and stuff like that. They can do some wreckage. But this is a predator. This is like lurking energy, this lion. And you know, she's getting hold of it. She literally got to grips with it. So there's something really interesting here about this underlying current, this sort of tugging energy of the devil here, but in reverse. So I'm going to start clarifying straight away. I want to know more about this because it's a really complex card, the Lovers. I'm just glad, dear Sag, it didn't come out in the reverse because that is super complex. Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles. Matters of fairness, matters of generosity, and fairness kind of mixed because we see generosity being given with one hand, but it's all being weighed up with the other. Okay, so it's not just generosity, it's also about fairness and sort of equal shares around the place. Maybe there's been an attempt to sort of have it something both ways, you know, either on your part or on the part of somebody else. There's definitely an issue around that. And I mean, that would be real devil energy, trying to have things both ways, trying to have your cake and eat it. But it looks like we've got the exact opposite of that here. And I mean, this came up in a previous recent reading, and there was a great sort of rapidity of the kind of the reversal of this. I don't know if that's going to come through in this reading. Anyway, let's carry on. You're not here to hear about other readings. Oh man, again, Ace of Wands. It's all over my readings at the moment, the Ace of Wands. A sort of can-do spirit. I'm getting like real like gung-ho, tally-ho sort of energy off of this today. The Ace of Wands is like, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put it to rights. Okay, I'm just going to carry on because I'm just going to start sort of burbling weird channelings. Queen of Swords. Well, she doesn't burble weird channelings, but if you go to her burbling weird like channelings, like snicker snack, she won't put up with it. But she is willing to negotiate, the Queen of Swords. She's willing to discuss. But by God, I wouldn't try and like pull anything on her because she'll pull that on you. Real sort of high level back and forth here in the matter of thoughts and words. There's a lot of discussion here, but this is a very powerful figure. And I mean, maybe the other person here, maybe whoever is represented here by the new possibility is this same person here. I wonder if someone's trying to sort of like bounce you into, like with stories of deserving it or not deserving it. So if someone's trying to like get you to go in a particular direction and they want it to happen fast. Don't know if this is resonating. Let me know, man. And the Four of Cups. Well, this ties me back to the Six of Pentacles here. There's a refusal to take something, an unwillingness to take something. And it's something to do with feeling like you don't deserve it or someone doesn't deserve it. And that's why it ties back to the Six of Pentacles here. So it seems like there's some sort of offer in the offing, or some sort of project or proposal. But I get the feeling like it's all moving really swiftly and it's kind of weighted. As I said, there's a thumb on the scales in all this. I said that about the little Eros here. Is a thumb on the scales of this decision. We know which way it's going to go. And there's a thumb on the scales in here as well. And it's leading, despite this very like strong urge to take action, it's leading to this kind of, no, you're all right, thanks, no, I'm good, no thanks, and sort of doubts about proceeding, any further down an emotional road. And that, I feel, is predicated on the presence of the Queen of Swords here. I'm getting quite a scary energy of her in this reading, in this position, in this column today. So yeah, maybe something's being presented as a one-time only offer, or feels like a one-time only offer, but the intensity of that, I mean, you know, salespeople use that. If people trying to bounce you and manipulate you, and we've got manipulative energy on the table, even though it's in the reverse. People trying to sell you something that you really don't need, or like get you to do something that isn't actually in your interest, will often put a kind of time pressure thing on it. And, you know, this might even, for cups here, and this like not taking the Ace of Cups that's appeared here. This might be being sort of held as a kind of potential consequence if you don't jump on this decision bandwagon with all the power of the Ace of Wands here. You deserve it. You know you do. You know you do. You know you do. And if you don't take this, you know, you're going to end up, you know, you're just kind of being churlish. Why wouldn't you? But there's pressure here. Okay, let's look at the Devil in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles. Well, you've worked. Work has been done to turn this Devil into the reverse. There's a lot of work being put in here. And it's going on behind the scenes, this kind of, no matter what else is happening, this kind of steady output here. And perhaps even a kind of basis of a sort of behavioral basis that you come back to over and over and over again, because you know how to do it. I mean, this dude knows what he's doing. And I don't know, in the context, I don't know enough about like medieval Europe to know whether this was a high standard job or a low, excuse me, a low standard job. I mean, he's working outside. You know, it doesn't look like a posh setting, does it? But this sort of coming back to this over and over and over again, and doing this same thing over and over and over again, has a mild whiff of devil energy about it, compulsion and addiction. Let's keep going. Queen of Wands. Oh, another queen. It happens so often. I'll pull two kings, two queens, two knights, two pages, or two aces. Queen of Wands. Well, I'm not sure what to say about that, so I'm going to pull the rest. Six of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Well, at least it's an upgrade from the page with this sprat in a cup. Again, another very strong female energy here, sort of personifying this hidden or illusory or kind of obstacle kind of essence of this middle row. But I'm just, when I go quiet, Sagittarius, because I'm really trying to like get the shape of what's on the table. Someone's taken charge of something. I think, I mean, I said here in the first column that there was a push and a kind of come on, hurry up, make a decision energy here. But I actually feel from this column here that it's actually not a bad thing, and that it might actually be the case, because there are some things like that in life. There are certain things that are on the clock, and once you've run out of time, you have run out of time. And, you know, some offers do only come this way once. And, you know, there's preparation here and a kind of admittance to the court of the wands here. So we like turn up with this action here, and we're you know, we're let in to see the Queen. And there's new thinking here. Swords representing thoughts, also words. I mean, it's more words here in the Queen of Swords, but this is quiet, this Six of Swords. It's very quiet energy. This is not a sort of pomp and circumstance departure. This is like crossing the channel in a small boat. You know, you try and do it as quietly as possible. Hopefully they'll see you if you need rescuing. But, you know, it's quiet, it's controlled, it's contained, it's organized, and it's helped. And this card, the Knight of Cups, in this reading also represents help and support. There is help and support here, Sag, but it's in the hidden energy, and it might be actually blocking your vision. Let's move to this last, like, things as they really are column here with strength in the upright. Let's see what we can get from this. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands. We've got 1, 2, 3. Just saying. Let's try and find some numerical relationships. 9 of Swords. Yeah, there's a fear here about striking out in a new direction. And something is still sort of up for grabs. And this up for grabs energy here of the Two of Pentacles is in such contrast to the getting to grips. This is possible, but it's part of what needs to be overcome or can be overcome here in this energy to move in a new direction. That is the Three of Wands. But it's like little baby steps in a new direction, and there is still some doubt about it. And I mean, yeah, there's a sort of holding pattern here in the Two of Pentacles. You know, we've like doubled from the Ace to the 2. I haven't seen the Ace of Pentacles for flipping ages. We've doubled from the Ace to the 2. So where we had just one, suddenly it's like, oh, hold on, I've got this one as well. Should I, this one or this one? This one or this one? Should I spend this one or should I spend that one? You know, where is it best to sort of speculate next? And in a sense, that is quite a sensible, like that sort of holding pattern energy is actually quite sensible when this is the main card of this column. Because, you know, once she's got hold of those jaws, which she has, she's broken the spirit of something. All right. She's broken the spirit of something. You know, they talk about like breaking horses. She's tamed something, possibly. But by God, well, I mean, once she's in that position, she best move bloody carefully, because one false move, if she comes at it with the wrong energy, she's going to get eaten for lunch. So this holding pattern energy is perhaps quite sensible, but there's a desire here to move in a new direction, accompanied with like just ridiculous amounts of worry and fear that the past will get repeated. This Queen of Swords here is really standing out to me as something that has possibly kind of been a bit traumatic. I mean, she's sort of mollified in this reading and kind of balanced out by the Queen of Wands here in the hidden energy. But this, for me today, the Nine of Swords here, is about worrying that the past will repeat itself. But the thing is, I mean, once we're worried that the past will repeat itself when we're like surveying some potential future possibility, you know, knowing that the past could sabotage it means you've got a little bit of control over it. And that's what this card is about as well. The Strength card is about self-control. So, you know, at least there's a little bit of insight, but it looks like the insight is bloody painful here. But nonetheless, there is a movement to like a new land happening here. But perhaps the kind of the scary energy I'm getting off the Queen of Swords today is why this move has taken place. And we take our worries with us. We take our regrets. We take our unpleasant memories with us. And how do they how do they act out these things in our like unwritten future? How does it act out? Seven of Cups. How? Like what? There's an unknown, like, in a sense, you could go in any direction here. But we end this reading with like a sort of heavy duty version of, or the emotional version in a way of the Two of Pentacles here, because we just do not know what to invest in. We don't know what to take. We don't know which cup to take. And we've come back with still a point of indecision, which is where we came in, this decision energy. Maybe it's best to just, you know, in this Six of Swords here, and this supportive energy of some people around you, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is practical support. This is emotional support. The Pentacles, it looks like it's down to you, but you know, this is preparation. You've prepared your ground here. See, I don't see here an out lovely outcome. And quite often I do in readings, but I'm not seeing that here, Sage, I'm afraid. I'm saying this reading ends with a kind of conundrum. Or this, you know, this spread concludes with a conundrum. And for that reason, I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to pull one from, I've got 3 oracle decks, and I just choose the one I think will be helpful. Because, you know, this kind of confusion here, which is echoed in this, like, this way or this way, this way or this way, this way or this way. Is it safe to proceed? 3 of Wands. Yeah, I want to proceed. There's this feeling that it is, but it's subtle, this supportive energy. This is the nicest column in the reading so far. The hidden energy. What's actually kind of underpinning you sort of around the back, if I can mix my prepositional metaphors there. Let's yeah, sorry, I'm pulling one from this, The Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Krantz. Really beautiful deck. And I'm just going to jam it, all right? When I see it, I'm not reading from the book. I'm just going to jam it on what I see. Let's have a look. Does jamming it sound less unprofessional than winging it? Look at that. Look at that lovely deck. Look at that. Oh, we got the shapeshifter at the bottom of the deck. So I do shuffle these. It's quite interesting. It's always something different at the bottom. Shapeshifter. And that's kind of shape-shifting energy. The seven of Cups here. I mean, you know, this would be a bloody useful skill to have. You have to know how to use it wisely, though. Right, what I'm going to do is just open the deck. and choose this card. Yeah, if you know how to shapeshift, best be bloody careful what you do. Right, we've got the Pilgrim. That Knight of Cups reminds me of that. And that Three of Wands. There's a wish to yeah, this is sort of, this Seven of Cups here is sort of trying to decide what really matters. Because people only become pilgrims and go on pilgrimages when they feel some sort of inner purpose, inner need to do that, to find something out when they get to the destination. It's like, what really matters here? There's a wish to know this in this reading, and there's a genuine kind of there's a genuine and well-founded motivation here. Now, I don't know whether this is you or somebody else, but somebody's trying to find out. It's not the truth they're trying to find out. They're trying to find out what really matters to them. There's acceptance and rejection all the way through this reading. You know, what is fair? What is just for the self? What really matters? That's what this pilgrimage is. And there's support for that journey in this middle column here, especially from the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. There's support for it, because the nature of this pilgrimage is to liberate the self from one's own strictures, one's own bonds, the Devil in reverse here, the chains, the hooks, the things that tie us down, the ties that bind, the compulsions, the addictions, the obsessions, the inexplicable, like self-abandonment. Here, we want to know what it is. There's great discovery on this table. It's a real expansion. It's wonderful. And it's a new journey. It's really coming at something that has been gone over like multiple times and gone through multiple times. There's a coming at it in a new way. I'm going to pull another one from that deck. Let's just open that. I'm going to take this one. Oh, Eros. Well, there he is. There he is. Perhaps, you know, goodness me. Yeah, there's no stopping it, Eros. I mean, even the birds and the bees feel it when it's time to do it. You know, in their own way, they probably fall in love, man. Wow. It's almost a little bit rude, isn't it? Look at that. Okay. That is clearly a massive, massive factor in this. And it's interesting because in the cup cards, it didn't show itself. The only other place it shows itself is where we come in. So perhaps there's something in our way of doing, like bodily love, if I can say that, and what that represents to us. Perhaps there's something in there to be sort of journeyed around for a deeper understanding. That's what we need, a deeper understanding of. Right, one more. And that deeper understanding is clearly developing. There's a wish to move towards a new way of doing things, but it's I mean, I get the feeling from this Seven of Cups that if there was something here that represented Eros, and there isn't really, got to say, I mean, we've got this kind of goddess figure here. We've got the self yet to be revealed here, like covered up, but shining, shining, shining. We've got the wisdom of the snake. We've got the kind of mystery and the mythical elements of this creature here. We've got power here. We've got jewels here. And we've got like lands here, but we don't have anything representing Eros here. It's not one of the options. And perhaps that's what needs to be got to grips with. And this is not just, I mean, I said about like bodily love, but it's not just that. It's about being sort of like erotically invested in something or someone. Where do we invest that? What does that mean to us? And that's something also being got to grips with here in the Strength card. There's a new way of looking at all this, Sag. I'm going to pull one more and then I'm going, I promise, because I know I've been here for a long time. The Mystic. Wow, so we've got the Pilgrim and the Mystic. Well, this is who we're going to see. Okay. We're on a pilgrimage. And I mean, perhaps that pilgrimage, perhaps that is what really excites us here. I don't know. That wish to really, really, really get to grips with things and not keep going around this cycle. And I'm drawn back again to this Queen of Swords. Like every time I come back to her in this reading, she's looking more scary. There's fear here and there's fear here as well. And to be honest, there's fear here as well in this journey here in the Six of Swords, as well as the support in this. I mean, the Mystic, is it a good mystic? Is it a not good mystic? Who knows? I mean, it's neutral. It's morally neutral. I mean, this Eros is also morally neutral. I don't know why I'm going on about that because I don't have the Hierophant on the table, but there's something here, Sag, about sieving out what really matters. And that's where we end the reading. We come into the reading with a choice and we leave the reading trying to work out where we are, like really in our loins, Eros here. Where are we invested? And I mean, the mystic can tell you stuff that you can't see. The mystic can see stuff, hear stuff, sense stuff, and know stuff that the rest of us can't. And I would say, in the context of the mystic, it's the hidden energy. That's what the mystic works with. Hidden energy. They see things. They see connections with things that other people don't see, and they make meaning out of it. So the real like punch of this reading is here in this middle column. Allow yourself to be supported, Sag. Allow yourself to be helped. Because, you know, if you're putting in the work in this matter, you know, it's right and proper that you accept like emotional and practical support for others on your journey. And that in itself, Sagittarius, might actually be like a faintly mysterious way for you to go about things. Do be prepared to look at things in a different way and challenge your own thinking. And in that respect, you might be surprised by the seemingly invisible and incomprehensible becoming clear and understandable. Right, listen, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope Q4 is good for you, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, Sag. Bye-bye.